Hello everyone and welcome to one of my streams. Today we're going to be starting off with some Jeskai Lukka. We played this yesterday. Deck's awesome. I've been playing it a bit offline. Really enjoying playing with the deck. There's a lot of different play to it, and yeah, I think the more you play this deck, the more you're going to get rewarded with it. So we're just going to jump straight on into some games with it. Again, hope everyone's having a wonderful lockdown wherever you are. Yeah, this hand's kind of awkward. They're probably on a mutate deck with the Mori. I think I muted Arena yesterday.
There are so many mysteries to uncover. Meditate and prepare.
I kind of want the Teferi, but I think I'm just supposed to take fires. Alright, so let's see if we can't hit a Teferi or something with this Narset here.
Hone your prowess.
It conquers death. Oh, I hate the way this moves the mana around. Puts it down in one place and then moves it. It's a right pain. Alright, so they've got essentially 6 mana's worth of stuff. Let's see what they do. Just a Ghidorah. Great Horn, sure. Well, Conquer's Death's a nice one. We get to deal with that Ghidorah. And then we can play the Teferi out.
I am not going to sit this one.
Bounce the Amori and just try and keep them off of mana.
I've got
Another land's actually a pretty reasonable draw there too. The second mode on Conqueror's Death isn't doing anything, but we'll get to rebuy probably the Narset. Sure. I mean, we're pretty far ahead here. We're going to get to use Yorion and Blink all of these next turns, so I think I would rather still have my Narset there. Let's get our Scry on. Lukka, you say?
Here we go.
So blink all of those.
It's only a matter of time.
Then we're gonna Lukka. Lukka is going to turn this 1/1 into an Agent of Treachery. We do only have 2 more in our deck, but we'll steal the one that's mutated. Bring all of these things back.
excellent timing.
It does not take much at that point to see the game's over, so... Okay, so Aethergust's great, Dispute's probably fine, probably want the Shard of the Sky. Probably don't need these Mythoses. These have tended to be the cut. A lot of the time just find that they're not necessarily as useful as they can be. I tend to like cutting a couple of Lukkas post board because they tend to try and deal with that. We definitely need to be aware of their Gem Razors because they're probably gonna have a full 4 after board. And just cut a Shark Typhoon, I think. Might be right to cut all the Shark Typhoons here. If I ever have to actually cast it, it doesn't really do anything against the Gem Razors, so. Yeah, this hand seems pretty good. Shatter along with Teferi is just yeah, pretty good starter. They have nothing, so I think I'm just supposed to pass it back. Like, allows us to just counter whatever they do here. If it's Mori, then that's fine. If they've not got any 2s or 3s, it means their hand's just expensive stuff, so stopping them from doing that's probably beneficial.
Right on schedule. I'll protect you.
This will get us to being able to instant speed Wrath with our Shatter, which is good. Keeping up the activation of this so we can bounce stuff is nice as well. Baby Godzilla. Yeah, there's a Gem Razor, so we'll get to Conquer's Death that one away. And then bounce the Conquer's Death. Just want to protect those, they're highly valuable here, so. I'm basically going to kill every single card in their deck that we care about, so. Please go away. Bounce my Conquer's Death, draw a card.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
Fires is a great pickup. One Shifty Boy. Shifty Boy is pretty good. Gets to kill the Tef.
This is hardly my worst defeat.
Right. Fires, Conquer's Death. Just a statics, sure. I just don't see how they win through me having drawn multiple Conquer's Deaths. Like, it's so difficult for them to do that anyway. Yep. Okay, so what are you mutating on Fig Razor? Putting a statics on here? We are putting a statics on here. Okay, this could be interesting. Let's see what they hit. This might mean we have to shatter. They hit something reasonable, they didn't, so just get to Conquer's Death again. We get Scry. Just don't need those. You get to bring back the Teferi with extra loyalty.
You'll thank me later.
Yeah, we're as well bouncing this and just recasting this one.
Trust me, I have a plan.
We don't really have anything else going on, so. Exile that. Biggie. Hitting me for 7. He's killing Teferi. Okay, so again, now they've killed Teferi, it means these Conqueror's Deaths will... Last chapter does something, so it means we can just play out this other Conqueror's Death. Scry on. Yeah, I can keep the Lukka here. Get rid of that thing. Make a token. Lukka. Lukka's flipping this token into an agent, and we're stealing their castle. It cuts them off 2 mana. Yeah, when this deck kind of just seems to obliterate every single deck that's not doing something similar. So.
Let's slow this down.
Right, what do we want to do? We can start by bouncing this agent.
Let's try this.
Cast agent. Okay, sure. Yeah, it doesn't take much for opponents to end up conceding with this one, so this deck's great fun for that. If that's what you're looking for, this deck's probably the deck for you. Alright, let's go again. Right, we're on the play. Yorion Mirror. Here we go. His hand's kind of awkward, but it's still a keep. Yikes. Not that it's going to be relevant in this matchup, but we do have these copies of Ketria Triome, which make green mana for the Mythos. Which is highly unlikely to, I think, ever come up, but it is there for that one time that it does. And that one time it'll make a difference. Real shame we didn't have the untapped land there, but yep. Just gonna do this now so we can pass. We might just make a copy of their in our set.
Keep an open mind. I know 88 ways. I have just the trick for this.
I think I like taking a look at her.
Put thoughtfulness before action.
Alright, so the decision point here is if we are jamming the Conqueror's Death,
And prepare.
which I think we probably are. Like, we are not playing any counters, so if they're playing the same deck, then they won't have any counters either. The making the non-creatures cost 2 more is going to be relevant next turn, so playing to that. Make 2/2, sure. Our Narset isn't a real thing, so we can't bring it back with the Elspeth Conqueror's Death. They also don't have double white for their own Conqueror's Death, which is relevant. They found a fire, so they can do it anyway. Got a Lukka, so they're going to turn this into an agent.
Always
Stealing my Conqueror's Death.
war surround me.
Guess from our perspective we could have probably done the same thing. We had the Typhoon as well. We could have Typhooned on 4 rather than making the Narset. Yeah, that's fair and reasonable. Am I supposed to flicker the Conqueror's Death? Like exile their agent? I feel like the agent needs to go, because otherwise they've got Teferi and they can bounce it and replay it. They're going to have 7 lands next turn unless we steal a land, so... Let's go with the Yori online. They have another white source, then it's pretty bad for us, but they didn't last turn, so... Okay, they've obviously not got an obvious line, otherwise they'd have just snapped done it, so... Hopefully that bodes well for us. Yes, everyone in the world is playing this deck, Blinks. Literally everyone. It seems to be the best deck at the moment, so I certainly don't blame people. Wow, okay. We definitely weren't in the position to win from that. No, I'm not in any kind of tournament today, just playing on the ladder. Disputes and vetoes. Okay, opponents just concede the match. Sure. Sweet. You take those. You take those. Alright, let's go again. Yeah, this deck just seems to be the most powerful, and yeah, Agent of Treachery just seems like a pretty silly card to exist. Of all the things that people have complained about, I think the Agent of Treachery one is probably high up the list of things that were potentially a mistake. Okay, so this is likely the Red Green Fires deck that we'd played before. Narset's good against their Red Cav and their Enclave. Easily play some more cards. Never enough cards. How are things today, Soski? Narset time, let's do
My
this.
prowess is on home your prowess.
Mythos seems reasonable. Yeah. Let's see if there's any other better fours we can find. Obviously not.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw. Did you see the screenshot I put in Discord earlier of my my 60 card? The result of my 60 card nonsense in draft. It's pretty silly. I really like the things you can do with this format. Just so many different things you can do. I did not need to shock there, but never
Might be a
mind.
bad idea.
Sure. If you can't beat this deck at the moment, you probably shouldn't be playing on the ladder. Just as a heads up to anyone out there. Yeah, I haven't done any of the of those pod drafts yet, so or the non-pod drafts. So, but yeah, I can imagine the bots wouldn't necessarily have those best set up for that. Although you'd think with the amount of data they have from normal drafting that wouldn't be an issue, but hey, you never know. Well then, Blinks, your deck's pretty well set up against it then. I think I went through the entirety of gold with this morning, and we're what, nearly through the first stage of platinum or diamond, whichever way around it is, whichever one this is, diamond. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is just what you're supposed to do. I mean, it's good fun as well. Like, unless you're playing like one of the mirrors, like I played a mirror this morning that was nearly the full hour, which was hell. But like, if you're just in for just playing like good games and you actually want to try and just nickel and dime people, it's actually a really good deck for doing that. So, like, being able to just eke those little advantages out over various different turns. Oh, come on, Arena. Okay, just Kahira. Let's make another token as well. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff, but I think that's what a lot of people have been doing. Like, I've definitely had, like, obviously a couple match or two ago, some people just straight up conceded, which I definitely don't blame people at the moment. Like, it's, if you're not in for these kind of matches, then it's like literally all you're gonna face. So. feel like if they don't kill my fires, we just win, so...
A world of monsters? This is my turn.
And they killed my fires. So rude. It's fine, we get to Mythos their fires and then cast Lukka. It just means we don't get to Mythos copy an agent, which is slightly sad. So they get to draw a card with the Enclave this turn as well. Enclave with fires is probably the way they intended fires to be used. Alright, I would like a copy of your fires invention, please. Then I'm going to cast a Lukka, and then I'm going to start stealing your stuff. I think I'm supposed to steal a land here, so that I can guarantee cast this agent next turn. So if I steal that land, it just means that we can agent and we can Yorion blink agent, and then we're stealing 3 things, which is probably good enough for the match. So can also exile this wall to Lukka, do the thing again. Razor, sure. Are they all coming for me? They're all coming for me, sure. Nope, they're not all coming for me. I should have blocked the 3, it doesn't really matter. Too busy thinking about all the various different concoctions of what they can do there, but I don't think it really matters.
I call, and IKORIA answers.
I'm gonna steal your Planeswalker. I have a land on top. Okay, let's make a 3/3.
Diversity is our greatest strength.
Cast a Yorion. Blink my stuff. Thanks for coming, opponent. Thanks for coming. Sweet. What is our record of this at the moment anyway? So of all the games I've played with this deck, Untapped will tell me in a minute. If it eventually loads. Damn, this site is slow. I'm currently what? I'm 12-4 with this deck, 75% win rate. I think the 2 of the losses were to the mirror. And 1 was to 4 color fires. Yeah, this hand's fine. We get to go Omen on 2. We can Scry on 3 and then fires on 4. Or we've now got that. That works too. Okay, this is something different. Okay, so we've got Lukka on 4 now, so on 5. Don't need any more lands. Look, it's a distraction.
You show remorse, I'll show restraint.
Please go away.
That's more like it.
And look, they're going to attack my Teferi. No, they've not. Wow, okay, sure. Nah. Do they do it?
Hardly my
Do they do it? Right. Fires, and I reckon I actually just want Teferi again so I can Omen Lukka next turn.
Longer. Stand by and watch.
Just keep delaying them.
There's nothing.
They've got fires. They're just replaying Kahira. They've got something better to do for 4. They've got questions. Okay, so I take 6 here. You know what? I've actually quite wanted a questing beast for a while.
Really should have seen
Let's take their one. I shouldn't have scryed first there. Yes, it doesn't really matter. Steal this one. Man, this deck is gross. Like, why is this an acceptable thing to be happening? Right, I Gruul again, so some Gusts and the Shatter, I think. Don't think we want the Clarion, they're likely to just have bigger stuff, and we just didn't get it out there. Don't forget, if you haven't already, go and subscribe to me on YouTube. The link is youtube.com/Rainer1903. I've now 334 subscribers, still trying to grow, so it'd be greatly appreciated if any of you can help me out by doing that. Yeah, this hand's much better. Mulling that 7, as much as it had castable spells, like, it's just not good if they have an aggressive draw. At least with the Omen here, we can kind of dig towards that, and we get to throw away the agent, which means that we don't get shortchanged by that. Any kind of grazer draw that these decks have is always going to be good, so does mean they're kind of running on not that many cards though. So. If we've got a questing beast, we might just be too slow here. Yeah. I think I'm just looking for gusts and shatters at the moment. I need to find something to be able to interact with them a little bit quicker than what we're currently doing. I'm actually going to need to play this plane so we can scry. Again, we need to find the Shatter of the Sky. Well, that's lethal, so... Makes 3 2/2s because of Kahira, so... Right, okay, so we definitely want the Clarions and the Omens. I can cut some of the Lukkas and probably all the Shark Typhoons. Leave 1 Mythos in because it's likely just to be able to trade with, just as like a single removal spell. Let's go with that. Don't need too many Lukkas. Lukka's just kind of a way of going over the top. Helps with our speed, but we just kind of can turn into like a proper control deck here. Yeah, we've got an Omen, so as much as it's kind of awkward, we're definitely we've got a Shatter, sorry. So we're definitely keeping it. This castle enters tapped at the moment, so probably need to play this on 2, just as a reminder to myself. Although we found That finds a plains and then everything else is untapped in my hand, so let's just do that. Grazer, sure. Again, just doing this to save time. Optimal to do it end of turn and all that kind of stuff, but arena's slow and clunky, so. Right, Narset gonna be able to help dig us to some more answers here. Definitely think I'm just supposed to take as many Shatter of the Skies as we possibly can find. Yep. Man, questing beast's so good.
Such violence is upsetting.
Well, us picking up the fires there was pretty much perfect. Just need to hit some land drops. Yeah, that's about the worst thing they could have possibly done there. Getting off the Gem Razor. Really? Are we dead? That might just be dead. Feel like we're dead. 17, yep, okay, sure. The Scampering Scorcher is an interesting card that I hadn't considered for the Kihira archetype, so worth noting if that's your thing, like Sosuke, so. That's definitely better than some of the other cards that we played in that deck. So, oh, it's 4 o'clock. Daily deals time. What is the daily deal of the day? Come on. Must be something reasonable today. Oh, guys, come on, look at that. Sorry, we need to post this on social media again. Some of these other ones are actually playable cards too, so we're actually playing with Gust at the moment, aren't we? So let's take the Gust. Not really been playing with the other ones, so I'm not too worried about those, but we can at least upgrade that Aether Gust. So much value. Wonderful. Right, cool. Let's play some more games with this, and then we can probably change on to something different. Do a bot draft, easy wins. Yeah, I might well do that. Just means that you're just going to be playing a bunch of cycling mirrors though, and that's not that fun. Oh look, you're online on Arena, you must be playing some games. Did you ever get around to figuring out if you actually wanted to sort a streaming setup or not? I am full of greed, so I keep this. Oh, well, go for it then. What are you waiting for? You should be getting up streaming at 6:30 every morning like I am at the moment. Alright, white land's perfect. Get to birth. Okay, so we're against, should have mentioned this with based on no companion, is that we're likely against Team Reclamation here. But that's but then nobody watches, and then it just means that my YouTube videos are up by lunchtime. It's great, Stuart. What are you on about? Oh, come on, this is really laggy today, come on. Gonna cast Narset. Teferi is the big game, but Narset can just try and take a counter away for the time being. So we get to jam Teferi next turn, then Lukka. Yep. Okay, I got another dispute. Yep. Don't need the Omen. Just plan on turning this into an Agent of Treachery, so. I led on the Lukka rather than the Conqueror's Death because I figured that they might let that one resolve, but fine. The Conqueror's Death here should be able to get rid of the Reclamation, assuming they don't have yet another counter. Oh, they dig in. Rude. So rude. Yay, a spell resolved. Woo! So exciting. This matchup will get much better post-board as soon as we get our own disputes. Wow, really? That was your last card? So let me just for the record. Let's go back to the battlefield. They had dispute, negate, dispute, explosion. 3 disputes. Okay, never mind. Vetoes are great here. Don't need all these Lukkas. Probably don't want the Typhoons either. They're kind of going to go bigger in terms of that. They also don't have Teferi's or anything, so we don't really have to deal with their planeswalkers. They don't have any planeswalkers, so. Go with that. Yeah, this one's got a Teferi and got a couple of Scries, so. Yeah, Omen of the Sea is a pretty good one actually. It means we get to curve and try and find some more interaction as well, so... We can easily play this temple later on, but at least means we get to Omen into Teferi. Veto's a good one. I'm going to scry here, I think. I did scry the other Hallowed Fountain at the bottom right. They might jam the... If they have a Reclamation next turn, they might jam it because I've not got Dispute mana up. There's not a massive amount I can do about that. So I would have any threats to get underneath them, so Teferi plus Veto next turn should be pretty good though. Man, this is really laggy today. I don't know what's causing that.
I know my responsibility.
That means I need to take up because they're likely to make a shark here.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
Yep.
I won't let you win. Don't worry, I got this. Only time will tell. This isn't a fight you can win.
Right, I keep both of those right. Literally no reason not to. Not been that much to talk about in terms of decisions this game. It's kind of just been jam or not. Right, let's bounce their shark.
Here we go.
Reptilian Reflection definitely shouldn't untap when you cycle. Yordion's not attacking again because they might have another Typhoon. And then that would kill Teferi. Teferi is basically just very difficult for them to deal with. No problem, Stan. Hope you've had good luck with it. Deck is pretty good. They are that desperate to get rid of my Teferi.
We will meet again.
I will take the Lukka. Lukka. I would really rather my Lukka resolved. Did find, in fact, Dispute doesn't even do it, so. Sure. Okay, I think we're pretty happy with the sideboarding. It is just going to be about, basically this is a battle of Teferi, so can we stick with Teferi before they can do anything? Probably having a Gust early on is probably going to be relevant to avoid them being able to play Wilderness Reclamation. Ah, cool. So Bant Yorion or just big control. Yeah, this hand's fine. Dispute being our only kind of interaction is kind of awkward, but like that's not that big a deal. Like we've got 3 lands once this birth does its thing, so. The Growth Spiral is literally the worst thing they could do, but no, there's only so much you can do. If they have a reclamation for this turn, there's literally nothing we could have done about it. We couldn't even, unless we just like not done anything and countered the Growth Spiral. Yep. Yep. Well, I mean, we've got stuff. Like if we can ever get this Lukka to resolve. Oh no! Get out of here. Don't do that. Yeah, I played a bit of Bant Yorion as well. I think I prefer these kind of builds just because it kind of does something a bit more interesting, dumping the agents into play. But Bant Yorion is definitely a good deck as well. Okay, so that's an explosion. Because otherwise they wouldn't need to tap the red. So an explosion for 6. Explosion for 4. Killing my token, or I mean, I played Yorion in my limited deck at the moment. Might do that afterwards, actually. Yeah, they are killing my token. That makes sense. Hopefully, they didn't find a negate. God damn, never lucky. Never lucky. Yeah, okay. We're never resolving a spell again, let's just move on. Last couple have been kind of unlucky. We really need to just find, like, we don't have that many pieces of interaction for that matchup, so. How long are we on for this? Yeah, we'll do one more with this deck and then we'll move on to something else. I would play the rest of my draft games, but I think the most interesting bit of draft is the actual draft, actually seeing the draft, so. Oh, that's a point. I don't know if that's actually the up-to-date list. Let's actually check. Gonna mull it. Okay, so the deck that I'm actually playing is slightly different by 1 card than that one, so I will update it after this match. I'm not playing the Elspeth Sun's Nemesis, so I'm playing another Agent of Treachery because I kept losing because I didn't have my 4th agent. So I was just kept losing because they just kept doing that. Nah, this draft's ace. Definitely not quitting this draft. drill bit to me. Goodbye, Lukka. Not enough wild cards? What have you been doing that you don't have enough wild cards for 57 rares and 6 mythics? Part-timer or something. Unbelievable. Just cycle a Typhoon. Luke is a great draw. So just need to live long enough to not just die to the Obosh, which is unlikely here, but we'll see. You have 97 packs. I think that'll probably get you most of the way to the things you need there, if I'm being honest with you. Right, let's block there, we'll take 7. Oh, opponent, why are you so brutal? Conquer's Death's a very good draw, because if they have the land for the Obosh, we get to just completely get rid of that. Just like chomp the double block, chomp the... oh, they don't even have the... they don't have the land. Okay, that's good. So we'll triple block the Scorpion, we'll go down to 5, and Conquer's Death, the Hunted Nightmare. And we're left with this token to deal with the Gutter Bones. If you have another drill bit, I'm going to be very unhappy with you. Gutter Bones is fine. I guess Gutter Bones is kind of awkward because it means that we're dead to land. Being dead to land is not really where I want to be. Is there any way we can be not dead to land? I guess we can Yorion and flicker both the Omens, but that doesn't seem as good as just getting Conquer's Death into play. So if they play land, they play a Bosch, and a Gutter Bones hitting me kills me. If I Yorion, I gain 4 life, make 4 tokens. Yeah, Streamdecker's real bad with their updates. That's why I've kind of started moving over from Streamdecker to whatever it's called. If I go into here, I'll remember. Cardboard Live. So I'm still using Streamdecker for the deck lists, but Cardboard Live for everything else. Cause I didn't actually start Cardboard Live. If I start that, you can actually see the overlay properly. I just always forget to do it. Right, we're casting a 5-drop anyway, so let's get your red source. I think I'm just supposed to Yorion. It's just safer. It's not as good, but it puts us to 9. It makes 5 creatures total. Okay. We'll figure that out. Oh, get out the way, Cardboard Live. Yeah, no attacks. Alright. Run my Cardboard Live. So yeah, we make 4 tokens, gain 4 life, so we're up to 9. Obosh isn't lethal now. And then we get to Conquer's Death the Obosh. So we actually get to go block, double block. Actually no, I'm just going to trade off the Yorion. Because you can get the Yorion back for the Conquer's Death. Oh, there's another Conquer's Death. Okay, this game's over. That one. Right, is this overlay working now? Yeah, the overlay should now be working, so you should be able to see it in Cardboard Live. Everything should be in the right place. Let me know if you can't see it. you might need to restart the stream. Right, Omen of the Forge, Clarions all seem good, as does Shatter. Mythos is a bit clunky, and Shark Typhoons are a bit clunky. Everything else seems fine. Run with that. Sweet. Yeah, Cardboard Live's much better than the equivalent things, because it does I don't actually have to set up any deck lists. If you just go into Cardboard Live, it will show you the deck list. It'll just show you what I'm currently playing, so I don't actually have to manage anything, which is really nice. It is still in beta, but it seems to be significantly better than all the other equivalents, so even while it's still in beta. This one doesn't have lands, as much as it's like so close. It's actually so close. I'm actually going to think about this a little bit more. We are 47% to find a land. We have 34 lands. We are 47% to hit a land in the first 2 draw steps. Or 47% in each of those. Are we supposed to go for it? Are we supposed to gamble? No, get a mulligan. Okay, this hand's great. I think I'm just supposed to ditch the fires here, because I want the interaction. Whisper squads come out. Gotta be quiet. Go away with your triple bits. At least my hand is awesome. That's a perfect one to have there and have them not know about for when I get them with it next turn. When they drill bit me after combat this turn, and then I cast that. That's what we're looking for. Why do you have to keep playing things that are bigger than I can deal with? I'm gonna bounce this.
I can no longer stand by and watch.
Try and hit some more land drops. Cool. Yep. I got a 13 here.
I suppose that's how it was meant to happen.
I think I'm just supposed to hold the Omen of the Sun here and try and flash them in combat. Shadow Spear. Sure. Equipping your Hunted Nightmare. This works out really well for us because we also get to Conquer's Death this here. So we've got double red, so I'll just get a blue source. Maybe. Maybes. Okay. This gets rid of the Hunted Nightmare. And we'll eventually get back to Teferi. Yes, technically we can use Clarion and Omen of the Forge to deal with the Albosh as well, or we can use Yorion to blink the Elf with Conquer's Death. Lots of options. We don't really have anything hexproof indestructible, so that's not particularly relevant. So cool. Right, that was a good set with this deck. Lots of good stuff going on there. Lost a couple in the middle there. Probably could have played slightly tighter in both games. A little bit of variance as well comes into it. So let's have a wrap on this one. So this deck is pretty awesome actually. It's what I've been playing offline. The combo of like going Birth or Omen into Lukka and then just getting an agent on turn 5 has just been pretty ridiculous. The ideal draw of having a token in play fires on 4 and play something and then Lukka into the agent, and then Yorion, and you get to flicker your Omen, or whatever it was, your Planeswalker, your Fires, your Lukka, and your agent that you've just got out, and then you can cast another spell. It just means that you get so far ahead with very little effort. So the Shark Typhoons have actually been only okay for me. I guess that we've not really had opportunities to really push them against Planeswalkers. I guess it is another way to make a token as well, but that's probably the card that's kind of felt the most out of place as such. Maybe it would be better to have some kind of interaction here or not. So that's everything for this deck. Let's move on to something else.